My name is Frank Plett, oldest of 4 sons of A.D. Plett. He was born in 1895 in Steinbeck. His first job was a assistant manager at a grocery store in Steinbeck. Then in 1932 or thereabouts, he was hired to be a manager at the Rosenberg Co-op. He held that job for, I believe, 8 or 10 years. He felt kind of penned in with selling groceries over the counter, and his juices weren't flowing. Like, he wanted to manufacture something, he wanted to invent. Many inventors he could invent, but he had the next step to bringing it to the market was a little difficult for him. Early on, he started building things like hand-operated washing machines. He probably built a few hundred of those and sold them.
The early years sounded pretty rough, and I don't know that they would have necessarily gotten through to the other side of all of that without the help of other people in town, and any chance they could, they sent that love back in the other direction. So.
And then about 1947, 48, to supplement his income, he started selling grain augers that were manufactured by somebody else. He sold one auger to a neighbor, and when the farmer raised it, the track shoe slid off the bottom of the sliding rail because there was no stop there. And Father was very upset about that. He darn near killed the farmer, so he went to the manufacturer and asked him to put on a stop at the bottom of the track. The manufacturer refused, and the response he got there really ticked him off, and he went home, and within the week or a couple of weeks, he had started designing, and he designed a safer lift and a simpler drive system.
A simple thing as a track stop is missing led my grandfather to notice that, hey, this isn't safe, this can be built better. And so he set about to do it all on his own, and where are we now? 70 years later, this is the largest grain auger company in the world.
After he sold the first 2 augers, and he got the response back from the farmers, he was encouraged. He decided to get into that business full time.
They made these augers in the basement of the house, or what was effectively their house, and pushed them out the window. And painted them, put them on top of the truck, and drove them out, 1, 2, 3 augers at a time to customers. So
I think we started building about a dozen, and word of mouth was probably what got us into the business just as much as anything. The first couple of years it was a little slow, but then about the 3rd year it took off. And in 1963, 64, he was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia. So my brother and I took over the business, and then when Benjamin and myself, and then when Stan got out of school, he got into it, and when Ollie got out of school, he went into it. So all 4 of us were working, building augers. The shop we built in 1974, I think, was 8,400 square feet. By the time we left, we had about 120,000 square feet. So we expanded and expanded. Our sales grew from principally just Western Canada and bits of the States to pretty well, we covered all of the United States. Sales in parts of Europe and parts of Australia. So it really grew.
Probably exhibited a lot of what seems to be a common theme in Mennonite culture and Rose North culture, which is you just put your head down and you do the work. So he had an idea, and he was relentless in his pursuit of it, and with a good business mind and an inventive mind, he built the thing and just kept one foot going in front of the other, and eventually you arrive at what Westfield is today, which is a massive company.